How do we go about teaching our kids about money? My older brother, the one that works in our company, he
Yeah.
has 3 kids under the age of 6.
Ooh.
And I'm wondering, because he's such an optimizer, are they going to end up being optimizers? Is there a relationship between our parents and our kids? And if I want to, when I do have my kids, how do I make sure that they aren't worriers or avoiders?
The number one thing that the couples in financial trouble say is when they were growing up, their parents never talked about money. Never. There was an episode on our podcast with this couple living in Kansas in a low cost of living area. And they were making $130,000 a year. That's a very good income, especially for their area. They should have had tons of money, tons of savings. But their daughter came home one day with food from the school because she had told her school, we don't have enough money to eat. Now, they had plenty of money. Why? Because her mom and dad were always saying, we don't have enough. We can't afford it. Daughter took that message to school and was given free food. This was horrifying to the dad, horrifying. And what he realized at that moment was the way that I'm communicating about money is not working. See, most parents deep down believe that money is something to protect kids from. They think it's bad. Deep down, most Americans, we have a love-hate relationship with money, but parents think their kids let them be kids. But you would never teach a kid how to ride a bike by saying, we don't talk about bikes in this family. You would get them a bike. You would get them on. You would show them how to do it. You would let them fall, and then you would help them get up again. So imagine this with your kids. Imagine that they are 3 years old, young. You pull them up, sit them, you say, look, can you help me push this button? We're going to pay for the rent. This is for our beautiful house. Help me push that button. Yay! Give them 5. Okay? Getting them involved right from the get-go. And this is, if they're living with 2 parents, this is mom and dad. You want them to see both because too often people only see mom worrying about the bills. And so they come to associate mom with worrying. And therefore, if it's their daughter, they think they are supposed to worry as well. Now imagine the kid is 8, 10 years old. You say, hey, we have to go to the grocery store. Here's $100. We need to get all these things. How should we do it? Let them make mistakes. They're going to forget about taxes. Let them learn, right? They get a little older. They're planning pizza or a restaurant for the family. Here's $100 for dinner. Problem is they're going to pick someplace like Chili's. It's horrible, but you got to go let them learn their lesson. By the time they are 16 years old, they have planned a family vacation. They are aware of trade-offs, taxes, tips, all kinds of stuff. They have helped the family buy its new car. This is how you prepare kids. You don't simply say, we don't talk about money in this family. You let them learn about money and you tell them what you've learned about money. That's how you teach them.
I'm somewhat scared of my kids being spoiled brats. And I say to my partner sometimes, I'm like, if when we have kids, should we be putting the kids in like the back of the plane?
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Or should they be up front with us? Like, what's the deal?
Well, I'll tell you what, I went to public school my entire childhood. And then I got a bunch of scholarships and went to a private school and for college. And at that college, I remember in the first week, so many of the beliefs I had about money and kids were shattered. I had always assumed that if you went to a private school, you were spoiled and you didn't really like to work. Within 3 days, I realized that was totally untrue. Like some kids are spoiled, some are not. The correlation with private school, not really there. It's about parents, it's about how they were taught, and it's also about some element of luck as well.